We're here with Peter Menser. He is the senior planner for Meridian Township, and we're talking about the master plan. It was recently adopted by the Meridian Township Board. What is the master plan, Peter? Why is it important?
Sure, the master plan is really a framework for the community. It outlays all kinds of information about the community. Everything from basic demographic information, just kind of a bird's eye view of the township, who we are, what we're doing, but also it looks to the future, anywhere from 20 to 30 years ahead, and what the township's going to be like. So it has demographic projections, and then also kind of a plan as to how the community is going to develop.
Okay. And so what were some of the highlights from this most recently adopted plan? The biggest changes that
Sure, the
occurred?
biggest changes were every master plan includes a future land use map. And in the future land use map, it's kind of divided into categories. Everything from commercial uses to residential uses, institutional uses, and everything in between. So the categories that were used previously, the last time the township adopted a plan was in 2005, and it talked about different levels of density in residential districts, and it talked about all these different land uses. So what this did, I think there were 15 different categories. This current plan reduces the categories from 15 down to 12, so it combines a couple of them and changes the name of a couple, and it really establishes the future land use map that shows where in the township's best estimate in 20-25 years what the land use is going to be.
How does this relate to residents and businesses?
Sure, I think there's a couple different things. For residents, they can see the plan and it gives a really good overview of the community as it is today and the direction that it wants to be tomorrow. So I guess for prospective residents, you can look at a plan like this and say, this is the kind of community that I want to live in now and I want to be here for the next 25 years.
Okay.
And for businesses, I think it really will give them an idea of how they want to invest in the community. They see kind of the roadmap to the future. And when we talk about that, we have different commercial areas that are established. And in this plan specifically, there's 3 basic commercial areas the township has prioritized. Carriage Hills Shopping Center, downtown Okemos, and downtown Hazlet. So they may see, and in the document, we get into potential development scenarios that if in 20 years or in 10 years this property changes over and changes the economy happen, what could those areas look like? So a prospective business owner or a current business owner may see those areas and say, this is a place that I really want to invest in because I see the vision that the township has for the properties, and it's something that our visions align, and I'd like to invest there and be a part of the redevelopment, say, of downtown Okemos. Is
this a requirement by the state to have a master plan in place?
Yes. So the state of Michigan, if you're a community in Michigan and you have adopted, there's a state act called Michigan Planning Enabling Act. And if you're a community in Michigan that has a planning commission, you've adopted zoning, you're required to have a master plan. And it's had a lot of different names over the years, and it goes back decades and decades. We used to have a comprehensive plan, now it's called a master plan.
Yeah.
So the last time we adopted the plan was in 2005. The state act requires that communities at least review the plan every 5 years. So the township's been working on reviewing, in 2010 and again in 2015. And after those reviews and kind of this plan is really a revamp of the entire thing. So now we've adopted a new plan here in 2017. But yes, it's required, and there are certain components such as the future land use map that have to be a part of the plan.
Okay, and real quick, does it help bring money into Meridian Township at all if the township applies for grants or anything like that, having a newly adopted master plan in place, or what is in the master plan?
Sure. Indirectly.
Okay.
Is probably the best answer. The master plan, having a comprehensive master plan, makes you qualify for other programs. It's kind of like a pre-qualification for other programs in the state. Take, for example, redevelopment ready communities. That's currently a priority in state government. And that's a program that looks at communities, and they want them to have meet different criteria so they can be certified by the state as redevelopment ready. And there's a lot of things that go into that, but one big component is an updated master plan, along with a lot of other elements that the plan must contain. So if a community like Meridian has an updated master plan, that we will then qualify to at least apply towards redevelopment ready certification, which in turn opens the doors for possibly grants related to economic development or other types of things here in the township. So it's really a pre-qualification for other types of mostly state-funded opportunities.
And how big is the plan? How many pages is the
Oh,
document?
I think we're over 90 at this point.
Over 90.
Yeah.
Okay. And if somebody has a question about the master plan, a developer or a business, who should they contact?
They should contact me,
Okay.
and I'm in the Department of Community Planning and Development. The master plan's posted to the website right now, and we have hard copies available here in the Meridian Municipal Building for review. And I'm always happy to answer questions or go over details of the plans with anyone that's interested.
And your email, Menser at,
Menser, M-E-N-S-E-R, at meridian.mi.us.
and your phone number?
517-853-4576.
Great. Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you.